One of the things that I am getting for you is I feel like someone from your past is coming back in. And it's not surprising because we do have Mercury in retrograde, but I feel almost as if this person will be coming back. I also feel as if they need some kind of guidance, some kind of help from you. So this can be monetary help, financial assistance, or some type of, just some advice concerning life, love, and things like that. So that's what I'm feeling coming through. And the other thing that I want you to be aware of is that if it is a romantic love interest, I think it would be in your best interest to really figure out if it is still worth pursuing, if you want this person as a love interest still, or if you just want them in your life as a friend. You really want to examine your objective, and you want to examine your reason for, allowing the communication to flow again, okay? So that's something I feel would be essential for you, because it seems to me as if you might, not all of you, but especially if you are single, I feel like you might have a little bit of a dip in your social interactions. You might not be going out as much. You might not have a lot of opportunity to socialize. And then when this person comes through, it seems as if, it's just convenient. So that's something to keep an eye out for. And that's something to, really think about as well. What I'm also getting is when it comes to finances, I feel like there's some sort of a payout that's required. Like, I feel like you might be helping out somebody, or there might be something required on your side, some type of financial assistance, or some type of a financial outflow as well, coming from your end to somewhere, to your surrounding, okay? So something to be mindful about. So once again, I'm not going to be reading reversals with this deck. It is a non-traditional deck. And it's actually difficult to read reversals with this deck. So let's just see what's going on with you. Let me straighten these cards out. Okay, so first of all, we do have the Star card and the Devil. Both of these are major arcana, and they're linking up with one another. And going back to what I mentioned about before regarding some type of attachment that you have to another person, that is they're making a comeback. And I feel like it's not so much the attachment with the other person, it's just the way that they make you feel. And what I mean by that is I feel almost like if it's a relationship partner, I feel that you both have a long history with one another, and it's kind of like being addicted to the emotional highs in that relationship. When it's working at its best, it's very, very exhilarating, and when it's at its worst, it can be a very emotionally draining experience. So you have the best of both worlds, emotional highs and emotional lows. And I feel like it's not so much the person. You really want to think about, like it's the way that they make you feel. It's the drama, the sense of urgency that they're bringing into your life. And as a result of it, you crave the excitement, you crave the emotional highs and lows. So both of these cards to me indicate, once again, be mindful about what types of people you allow into your life. They're not bad people, but you want to really think about how they are contributing, adding, or subtracting value from your life, okay? One of the best examples, like the way for me to explain this is I feel almost like a lot of the times, you're going through the motions, you're working a lot, and I feel like for a lot of you, it could be a situation where you're not making proper time to socialize, and you're not really, taking the time out to really enjoy life and to take it easy in life, to give yourself some time for personal enjoyment and things like that. So I feel like there is definitely some temptation coming in for this month. It can be very, very good. It can be very liberating. There's more opportunities for that for sure. And there's more opportunities for you to get out, be seen somewhere, like, be seen in the spotlight. And as a result of it, I do feel that It's going to be a very liberating process where you start to feel as if you are being appreciated, and that you're getting more of the attention drawn on you, which is a great thing. But whenever, in any type of circumstances, whenever we're in the spotlight, it also brings about opportunities for us to bump up against the wrong types of people too. So too much attention being, you're drawing too much attention, which can be good or bad, but I do feel that in general, this is something you want to be mindful about, okay? The star signifies a period of healing. It also signifies, it's the wish card. It's for those of you who haven't been really dating and you just want intimacy, you want some type of a physical relationship with another person. This Both of these indicate definitely you're going to be getting that, okay? And once again, I trust that you're responsible. So this is not something that I feel, you would ever need to preach to an earth sign. But I do feel that when it comes to emotional fulfillment, make sure that aspect of your life is being met as well as the physical. So this deals with like mainly the physical with the devil card, and this mainly deals with the spiritual. Do you want that sense of connectedness, like physically without the emotional connection? Do you want both? And what is it that what can you do to bring both of these things about in your own life? Okay, so that's something to keep in mind about starting out this month. The next two cards that we have here is the Ten of Wands as well as the Death card. And both of these cards, to me, coming on the heels of the devil, indicate a major, major liberation. So a lot of you are physically picking yourselves up, moving house, walking away from a situation, breaking away the chains of bondage, coming into your own sense of empowerment, and coming into your own sense of self-worth. And I feel like for a lot of you, you might have left behind a relationship partner, possibly within the past 3 months, moving on to a new phase in your life. And, along with all of that, it's the knowledge, the skills, and the expertise so that you can move on with the next phase by learning from your past, learning from all the mistakes, all the regrets, and thinking about how you can create the next phase in your life and how you can make it better, or how you can, move from here to a place of more emotional fulfillment is what I'm feeling here. The other thing that I want to emphasize as well with both of these cards, the Ten of Wands is about shouldering a big burden, and the Death card is about major, major transformation, okay? I do feel for a lot of you, for some reason this is coming through. I feel like for a lot of you, there might have been some, pent up type of secrets. And this is more something more personal. It's not like a secret that you can easily tell others. It's not something to be gossip about. This is more of a personal thing. So some personal deep wounds, I feel like possibly from childhood, possibly from some type of unresolved issues when it comes to being intimate with another person. And intimacy is emotional, but it's also physical. So I feel like some type of physical intimacy issues are being brought up for this month so that you can resolve it and that you can move on from it. For a lot of you, there might be some type of consultation regarding, a therapist, a physical therapist, even if that is, I feel like some type of wound is being, um, it's being is being brought up this month. And it can be emotional, it can be physical, and you're healing away from it and you're moving forward. And I feel like the first step in the whole moving on process seems a little bit daunting, but I do feel that you're still going to hang in there and you're going to push ahead. It is a really, really good month for you to ask for help from other people that you trust, especially people of the same gender. I feel like that's going to be very important for you to do. And don't make this journey alone. So you can see he's got all these wands and he has to, walk up this hill, and then he's got a long way to go up this tower. It's not a month for you to do it alone. And I do feel that you are going to be attracting a lot of help. A lot of people are coming in to help you as well. So don't try to make this journey alone. And I feel it would be best for you to get help, assistance from members of the same gender, from people of the same gender, so that there are no, ulterior motives and things like that in the picture. Also, getting help from family members is going to be very vital for you, okay? What I'm also sensing as well, we have the Ace of Cups with the Alchemist, which is the Magician. Now, the Ace of Cups indicates basically overflowing with emotional satisfaction, and this is a card about being very, very happy. It's the brand new start of something because it is an ace, and a lot of the times too, it is manifesting in terms of new love, new a new experience that is, that has have you feeling very, very elated. Okay, so a lot of the times this can indicate having a new love relationship in your life, having somebody returning from the past that you have a very, very strong physical bond with. You feel like instant attraction to them, and they are also giving you a lot of support. For a lot of you who have, broken away from old love relationships, a lot of you might be taking things to the next level where you are physically moving in together. With this Ten of Wands, it indicates some type of picking up things and then moving into the next phase. So it leads me to believe that, possibly moving in together, having a very, very strong emotional as well as physical attraction to another person. And I do feel that it's going to be very good for you. It's linked up with the Alchemist, and the Alchemist, to me, in this deck, it denotes somebody that is trying to figure things out. Okay, they're very, very systematic. So you can see he's looking at a book and he's trying to manifest some things, or at least he is actively trying to figure out how something works. And I feel like for a lot of you, especially because you are an earth sign. Now, I know that, like, of all signs, people, there are all kinds of people that of all kinds of signs. But with a Capricorn, when it comes to the emotional realm, it's it's kind of like not exactly your comfort zone. And I feel that that message would resonate with some of you. You have a lot of love to give, and you are very trustworthy, and you're always very, very reliable and dependable. But when it comes to expressing your feelings, of expressing expression, you feel like it makes you uncomfortable, and you feel like that's something that you need to brush up on. You're trying to figure out how you can be more affectionate without seeming fake. So you're trying to brush up on all these things that you can bring to the table, so that you can do to appease your partner. So I feel like that is something that is manifesting itself right now in your life. A lot of you are undertaking some type of rigorous course of study as well in order to achieve a very, very a dream that you hold very dear to your heart. We have the star card starting out, and the star card indicates, wish fulfillment. And it comes at the expense of having to do something that might seem a little bit restrictive. So for example, you might be, you might have gotten into a job, or you might have landed that ideal job, and you're realizing that you have to brush up, you have to undergo some type of training, you have a probationary period, or you are contracted to work at that job for a certain amount of time. So that alone is like, it's a big wish fulfillment, but there are some stipulations involved where it can feel a little bit restrictive, where it can limit your mobility for, the initial part of the for the, I guess, like starting out with that job. So I definitely feel something like that is on the table. On the other hand, I do feel that there is somebody in your life with this Ace of Cups here. It is a really beautiful, lovely card, and it is springtime. So I'm glad for those of you who are single, who have been looking. I feel like the person that is coming through for you is somebody who is very well read, somebody who is also, I feel almost like somebody who's very worldly, who's very well read, and who's like the jack of all trades. They know a lot about everything. So I feel like this is the person that can really ignite your passion, and they also have a lot of emotional depth. So it seems like, the ideal person where they encompass all of the different elements, where they can bounce ideas off you and you likewise can bounce ideas off them. And I feel like this is going to be something that is very emotionally fulfilling for you. On the other hand, for those of you who have recently applied for some type of training program, some type of schooling situation, I do feel that there are things that you are going to have to brush up on, like studying, some type of studying coming through, but you're happily doing it. I don't feel that you're begrudgingly doing anything. So I feel like it's going to be a very, very good month for you. What else is coming through as well? We do have the Tower as well as the Five of Cups. Now, the Tower, much like the Death card, it deals with some type of major, major transformation, okay? But the Tower strikes very, very quickly. And with the Five of Cups indicates some type of regrets, some type of situation where you are seeing, or you are at least dwelling on the negative aspect of it. And I know it's really hard to say that and to tell you to turn around because there are two cups behind you. But what it basically means is that there is something that is going to be challenging coming through for this month. It is going to require looking at life in a different light, and it's going to require that you basically toss out all your preconceived notions that you brought with you so that you can start anew. And for a lot of you, I feel like moving house. You're definitely moving house. We have the Ten of Wands where we have a lot of baggage, and this is like physical or emotional baggage that we should scrap away, but we're bringing with us into the next phase of our lives. And the Tower is basically telling you, you need to like make sure that you're really clear about what it is that you're trying to move forward with. And at the same time, you want to make sure that all the things that you're moving forward with are really serving your greater good. Okay, because the people, and so both of these cards denote to me that there is something that you've been counting on. There's something that you've been trying to manifest in your life. You might have started with 5 options. You might have started out with 5 options. 3 of them are being taken out of the picture and you have 2 left. And for some of you, you might be very emotionally invested in those first 3 options. So the other 2 options are going to be very good for you, or at least it might not seem like the top choice, but it's still going to be very, very beneficial for you in the long run if you seize the opportunities to move ahead with it. What I'm also getting here is I feel it is going to be a very busy month, okay? And I feel if for those of you who are thinking about buying property and things like that, please don't do it during the Mercury in retrograde, okay? So that's going to run roughly, I believe, the second week is when Mercury goes into the shadow period. So 15, no matter what is happening here, it is saving you from some major bigger catastrophe down the line. So for example, if you put in a bid for like if you have 5 houses that you like and you put in bids for all 5 of them, I feel that the choices that were not good, they're going to be taken out of the equation to begin with. Okay, so if you can, just try not to do and make any type of a big purchase, especially the last 2 weeks, if you can. All right. In terms of your advice, we have the 3 cards here: 6 of Cups, 4 of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Cups is traditionally a card about a blast from the past, okay? And going back to what I mentioned at the beginning, I definitely feel there's something cycling back into your life, and this I feel greatly is a person coming back into your life from the past. And I feel there might be some monetary help, financial aid, or something that either they're needing from you or you're needing from them. And I feel like it might be them coming back to ask for some type of help from you, financial assistance. There is also contact with somebody from your past. It could be in a family situation as well. And I feel like this could be somebody that you've known for some time, or if it's family members, somebody you grew up with. But if it's like, a person that you had a very, very strong connection to, and this is usually like a very strong soul connection. In this deck, if you can see, there is somebody here, a third party looking in and kind of monitoring or at least judging this situation to make sure the children are safe and to make sure everything is going well. I feel almost as if you have some very, very strong divine protection coming through with this card. And what it's telling me as well is that I feel whoever is coming through, you want to really re-examine this situation. So going back to what I said at the beginning, um, it's not so much the person, it's the way they make you feel. It's the emotional highs and lows associated with, the duration of that relationship, associated with that interaction that you have with them. It brings about excitement and drama and a lot of just very high highs and very low lows. So really make sure that, what is it that you're getting out of this relationship, and try to really think about if it's something that you still want in your life right now, because you have a lot on your plate and it's really important for you to move forward with more certainty, with more positive new things and new, for the next phase of your life, okay? So we have the Four of Swords here, and the Four of Swords basically indicates a period of rest, a period of R&R, and taking some time to go inward, but also this is one of the spiritual ascension type of card, okay? A lot of you have been wishing and praying for something, and you're getting your wishes fulfilled here with the Star card. And the Star card is, it's a very long-term type of wish. I feel like this person is almost praying for something to come into the circle or to come into the fold, and they're manifesting it with the alchemist. So what it's telling me here is the Star card is something you might have been wishing for. Your wish is coming true, and the Star card denotes a very long-term wish. It's not one of those things where you're just like, oh, I'm going to the mall, I hope I get good parking. It's not that. This is more of a long term. This is more of a future building type of a wish where it has long term ramifications. And it seems to me as if for a lot of you, if you're dealing with some situation popping back up from your past, you are actively praying to make sure that, there is smooth passage for you to move away from this situation, not be stuck in it, not to feel trapped in it. And you're hoping for some type of safe passage, or you're hoping for some type of guidance, some type of help coming through from another person so that you can travel and transition safely. So there is hopes and wishes for healing, for safety that is coming through, and it is going to be very beneficial for you if you reach out to either people of the same gender or family members in order to help you get through this, okay? I feel as well vivid dreamings, lucid dreamings, getting messages from people that might have passed away in your own home environment is going to be coming through very, very strongly in your dream state. Okay, so keep a journal handy, because I feel like through your dreams, you are going to be able to connect to your higher self. You are going to be able to connect to your spiritual guidance, and they're going to allow you to get some answers, some clarity. It's sort of like creative solutions coming to you like a flash of lightning out of the blue, and it's coming to you through a dream state. I feel for a lot of you, there might have been some type of estate planning, some type of possibly illnesses within the family unit. Somebody is not feeling well as as well. And I feel like as a result of it, there might be some people, like family members especially, needing some type of assistance, or at least there's going to be opportunities to come together with family members. In terms of your financial situation, things are looking very, very good for you this month. It's a very busy energy. I don't feel you're going to be in the red when it comes to, finances, and not getting um, having to wait, or having, any problems associated with getting what it is that you feel you're worth. And I definitely feel for those of you who have been, if you're working on a project base or a commission base and you're waiting for that payout, it is going to come. But I do feel there's a period of almost like 3 weeks of waiting, and it's going to be in the picture. And I feel like it's not going to come the beginning of the month. It's going to come towards possibly the last week of the month, and with Mercury in retrograde, it might get delayed. So make sure, I feel almost like multiple rounds of paperwork. And I definitely feel a lot of you are thinking about, some type of investment, waiting for money to come in so that you can make some type of investment, or at least, dropping money on a big ticket item, especially a place of living, some type of dwelling, or trying to, if you have like elderly parents as well, there is some type of assistance that they need from you. So it can be as simple as, they're not technologically savvy, so they need you to help them fill out something online. So you're doing the preliminary research, you're helping them fill it out. So it seems like it's a lot of work initially, but you're happily doing it mainly because somebody is in your presence, is really, really in need of your help. So I feel like this is a good month for you to take care of all of those things, but make sure you don't overtax yourself. And if you need help as well, you should reach out. Don't try to go it alone, okay? I know that you're more than capable, but I feel like others might be coming to you for help. So if you want to carve out the time in order to get everything done that you're supposed to, it might be a little bit difficult. So you need to actively ask for help. Finances looks very, very phenomenal, and I feel like a lot of you are doing the preliminary groundwork in order to assess what it is that you're getting yourself into. As a result, you are going to get major financial payout, okay? There's a little bit of regrets when it comes to some type of I feel almost like it's sort of like leaving a relationship, helping somebody with some healing process, helping somebody see the light. And I feel almost as if somebody might come to you with some type of disclosure when it comes to some type of childhood trauma happening in their lives, and you're trying to help them through this. Or it could be somebody coming to you, or you opening yourselves up to somebody about some type of childhood trauma, either physical or emotional trauma. So I definitely see that coming through, and you're going to get answers as well through divine guidance in your dream state. Okay, so keep that journal handy. So now let's move on to your love life. And Capricorns, I feel like it's going to be quite a busy month for you. Okay, so get proper sleep. Okay, so once again, I am going to do 5 cards. Okay, so you've got the Magician again. I'm not reading this so much as, past, present, future. This is more of, the things that you're thinking about, and also the things that you're hoping to manifest. And these are cards that basically Give me more information regarding the central theme here. So the first thing is that for Capricorns, you have a lot to offer. You have a lot to offer other people, okay? And I feel like this is generally true of most earth signs because when it comes to like material resources, when it comes to your standing, your status, when it comes to, you know, the type of person you are, you're very, very reliable. And you would be a very, very good relationship partner for most of the signs. And I feel like Capricorns especially, because you're pretty much on the tail end of the zodiac where you have accumulated many, many life lessons. You have cultivated this sense of almost like nothing surprises you anymore. You understand human nature, and you also know how to make people feel comfortable. You know how to make, when people are comfortable around you, they tend to open up. So you've heard it all, and nothing really surprises you about life, about human character, about human nature anymore. And because of it, you have a very, very accepting, live and let live way about you. And I do sense that because of it, you have a lot to offer other people in terms of internal wisdom, okay? So this is the energy that you're bringing to the table when it comes to your dating life. You know what you have to offer, and you are looking for somebody who matches you, or at least somebody that you can be proud of to call, you know, your significant other. And I also feel like for a lot of you, you put your partner on a pedestal. You want somebody that you can learn from, and as a result of it, because you have, you know, you're such an old soul, you have, I guess, lived through many of life's lessons. So you tend to be a little bit picky when it comes to the dating front. And there's nothing wrong with that because you know what you want. So the first card here we have is the King of Pentacles. And this is somebody who sees value in others, who tries to cultivate other people to operate at their best. So this is the energy that you're bringing. And it's also tells me it might be, you know, a person that is looking for perfection. And as human beings, we know that perfection doesn't exist, but you do want something close to that when you are dating somebody. And I feel like for a lot of you, you are trying to find ways not only to seek perfection in other people or cultivate perfection in other people. You're going about this in terms of cultivating perfection in yourself. Working on your social skills, working on your social manners, working on your etiquette, improving your mind, expanding your consciousness, and, you know, being basically areas, whatever it is, in whatever areas you feel that you might be lacking, you try to develop it. You try to make yourself better. So this is a card about manifesting the right types of people that we want based on what it is that we feel is important to us. So both of these cards are telling me that you have high standards. Not only for other people, it's not like a double standard type of situation. You have high standards for yourself. So you expect high standards in other people, and you're waiting for the right person. You're waiting for the person that is checking all of those boxes, and I feel that you might have been waiting for them for quite some time. For a lot of you, this is something that you might have come to realize, you know, especially if you're single. For a lot of you, this might be something that you've come to realize as early as like sometime last year, 3 months ago, and it could be, you know, even you're thinking about this situation and you've been waiting for quite some time. And I feel almost like you might have given up hopes, okay? You might have been, you know, feeling a little bit jaded, almost like forgotten when it comes to the love situation. You have a lot of love to give, and you don't want to be the one where, you know, you feel almost like passion is not enough. You want compatibility. You want the whole package, okay? And we got the Ace of Cups earlier, so I definitely feel there is somebody coming through for you, possibly another earth sign. And earth signs are another Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. This can be their sun, moon, or rising, or at least somebody that is pretty close to whatever it is that you're aspiring to be. So it's somebody who's walking on the same path as you. I feel from the get-go you're going to be, I feel like almost a sense of comparison. It's sort of like you get to know another person and you're starting to ask them, oh, well, I can do this. Can you do it as well as I can? So there's almost like a sense of competition, like some type of covert competition, trying to get to know each other, trying to see each other, or at least trying to figure out, where you stand with the other person, who is who has more to offer. So I feel like almost a sense of comparison, okay? So not only there will be opportunities for a lot of you to date, but I do feel that you've been waiting for some time, especially for those of you who are single. You've been feeling a little bit jaded, and don't despair over it. You have a good month coming in, and oh, I also don't read reversals, I forgot. So with the Ace of Wands, it basically indicates a new passion coming into your life, the invigoration of, this is a card about, physical attraction. It's also a spark of passion being ignited. So this is a very, very good card when it comes to dating relationship. You are going to be attracting a lot of people to you, mainly because you've been waiting for some time. You haven't been compromising on what it is that you feel that you deserve. When things are culminating, coming full circle. A lot of you who are, single, dating, there are going to be a lot of communication as well. The sword energy deals with communication. And I feel like it might be just a lot of excitement keeping you up at night as well. So make sure you get a lot of sleep. There might be responsibilities as well that are weighing heavily on your mind. So even if you're out there dating, you might be a little bit distracted, okay? So make sure you take care of practical responsibilities first. For those of you who are in stable relationships, I feel that for some reason I feel like some type of a emotional or like conversational disconnect between you and your partner. And I feel it's almost like one person is, you might not have common interests with your significant other. So one person is off doing their own thing. They might be, for example, for you, you might be more concerned about work, finances, practical responsibilities. And I feel that the person that you're in a relationship with is somebody who's quite creative, who's somebody who's very independent, creative. They like the outdoors. They want to be on their own. Whereas you might be more of the urban type. You like, big crowded streets, crowded bars, and they want to, in terms of, entertaining themselves, in terms of unwinding, they like to be out in nature. So there is that almost like, I feel like a disconnect or like a little bit of an incompatibility when it comes to the things that you like versus the things that they like. So I definitely feel when it comes to that type of disharmony within, the relationship, one party is doing something begrudgingly in order to satisfy the other party. And I feel like there might be a little bit of an emotional isolation in that relationship as well. So just make sure you find, everyone, you can always find like some type of a common ground, and there's definitely room to compromise. And I do feel if you are a Capricorn and you are dating new people who are very adventurous, who are very outdoorsy, and who are, just they like hiking, they like climbing mountains, they like to do, adrenaline types of activities, and you're not really sure if you're comfortable with that, I feel like you should go for it because you're going to be pleasantly surprised. And I feel like stepping out of your element, stepping away from or stepping out of your comfort zone is going to be something that is really good for you. It's going to help you get away from it all and not stress over things that don't really matter, because when we're out in nature, it's us against the world. So we understand that nature brings it's sort of like looking up at the night sky and realizing how insignificant we are in the greater scheme of things. How, we start to think that as humans, we haven't really made much of we've made a huge impact, but at the same time, we are a very, very small part of history. So we are occupying a very small chunk of time on this planet. So looking up at the night sky, being in nature, going outdoors, stepping out of your element, you are going to start to see if you are plagued by, minor problems that you can't get over, or if you're plagued by, just mundane issues. And when I say mundane, a lot of the times we feel as if it's the end of the world if we don't get a certain thing. But when you step out in nature, and when you at least, step away from whatever it is that has been troubling you, you are going to start to see things in a brand new light. And I feel like some type of spiritual guidance is happening for you, where you are manifesting, you are calling in the right person to show you a different way to live, a different way to be, and a different way to approach life. So I feel like whoever's coming through for you, and I feel it might be another earth sign, might be a fire sign as well, okay, for those of you who are single and dating. But I definitely feel like for those who are in stable relationship, there is a need to reconnect with your significant other. There's a need to basically find a common ground in whatever interest that you might have. And I feel like there is difficulty in coordinating a time. The other person might be working night shift. You might be working the daytime. The other person might be working at night. So it's kind of hard to coordinate a time where you both can spend quality time together, where you both can take the same amount of time off in order to vacation, or at least go on a retreat together on the weekend. So it's a little bit difficult trying to manage that. And I feel like whoever it is that you're in a relationship with, in stable relationship or marriage relationships with, they are very creative. They are very, very self-made, successful as well. So that's not the issue here. It is somebody who's very much on your same playing field. And as a result of it, I feel like there's a independent streak coming through from both sides. So it's really important for you to try to reconnect and re-engage with one another, okay? There is going to be a revival of passion as well. For those of you who are single and dating, you have many, many suitors, and I definitely feel that there's like passion returning into your life after that hiatus. So I feel like it's going to be a very solid month for you in terms of dating. Keep a dream journal, Capricorns. So if you like a private reading, please contact me at temperatestar@gmail.com, and or you can visit my website. It's in the description.